Hello, welcome to another lecture in building your website. In this section, we're going to start actually going through the website itself. But first, I'm going to show you how to change the button where it goes to, that call to action button there. So let's get to it. Okay, welcome to the good old dashboard here. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to go back and I'm going to show you where that button, how you can change where it goes to. It's really simple. So we're going to go to the appearance, and then we're going to go to customize. Okay, so now we're in the actual customization page here. I like this because, you know, when you customize it on the fly, you can actually see what you're doing. So if we go back to the header area here, and we go to the header slider, and third slide, fourth slide, fifth slide. Okay, so call to action. So that's this button right here, call to action. So if you had a page, okay, say you wanted, when they click that button, you wanted to go to your somewhere on your page. You wanted it to go to, say you wanted it to go here. All you'd have to do is keep that pound button and then just type in what else we provide right here. Okay. Now, if you wanted them to go to a opt-in page or something like that, then you would totally take that out and you would write http whatever.com you might have. If you saved and published it, and then you go back and look at your site, and you go to click this button, it's going to take you to the site that you put in there, which is my website, my website that I made. This is my website here. So that's what happens. So if I wanted it to go back to where it was before, all it does, the primary, is if you go back to the header area, you go to the slider here, then you go down to the call to action right here. Then all you would have to do is put the pound back in there, and then primary, and that's it. And then it would, when you click that button, now it just goes back to your home page all the time. That's what happens to it. So anytime you want to change this call to action, and this is the primary one. So now I just want to show you how to change the primary colors. If you go back to here and you go down to colors, and you go down to general, you can see that the primary color is red, which is what color that is. And some other elements on the website as well, as you can see, is all red. These are what they call primary colors. So if you wanted to change the primary color, say you wanted to change it to, say, blue, you can just click there, and there you have it. You changed it to blue. And if you go down, you can see that the primary colors all changed to blue. So it depends on the kind of feel you want for your website. Feel free to experiment with this if you want to. Also remember, every time you make a change on your website, you want to click the Save and Publish button. That way you won't lose any settings that you had. Now you might want to also go back and change this to blue if you were going to use that color. So I'm just showing you how to do all this stuff. You might not remember. You might have to come back to this tutorial just to, you know, get a refresher again. So that's how you do that. Okay, let's go continue. Okay, so now we're actually done with customizing the header, so you know how to do that. So we're going to go back, make sure that you click Save and Publish here. See, it says it's saved. And you click the X here, and it'll take you back to the dashboard. So now before we start customizing different sections of the website, which is going to be a lot of fun, you'll be able to see the amazing diversity you have with this website. you can do anything you want, and it's so simple to do. You're just going to love this. But first, I want to change a couple of settings. So first of all, we're going to go to the settings tab here, and we're going to click on general. So first of all, I want to show you, you could change your site title and tagline there. I took those out because I put my own header in. But if you had a header and you wanted to see your site title and tagline, you could actually type them in here and save them there. Absolutely under no circumstances change anything in here. If you change anything in here, your website just isn't going to work right. Okay, now also, if you come down here, you could actually change, the dates, the time, when your week starts. And then anytime you make any changes, always remember to save changes. So now we're going to go down to the permalinks. I want to go to the permalinks. Now this is, if you see the yellow or the blue button here for custom structure, you're going to notice that up here in the permalinks, when you go to your website, it's not going to be structured like this. For example, this is going to show your website and the post, whatever it is that your page is on, instead of showing this right here, which shows everything. You don't want that. You want to make sure that the button is right there. So if you need to change that, go ahead and change that. And then make sure that you click Save Changes when you do that. Okay, so now that we have that all done, and I hope you just clicked on Save and Publish, we are going to, let's go back to the website here just for a second. And I'm going to show you what section we're going to work on next. So what we're going to work on next is the Our Services section right here. Now, a lot of people get this really, really wrong because they end up, talking about themselves all the time. This is your opportunity to engage with the people that come in contact with your website, because they're going to want to know what you can do for them from A to Z. So this is your opportunity right here to show them what you can do. So for me, it's photography, strategy, or design. For you, it might be something different. For you, it might be, babysitting or whatever it might be that you're doing. If you have a service, you're going to put your services right there. Now, in the next section of this, we're going to do affiliate review sites. So you might not have a service. You just might have a review site where you're selling things off of Amazon or things like that. So you might not want to have the services area, but this is for people that are going to have services. So I'm going to show you how to do this. And we're going to do each service one at a time. So we're going to go back to the dashboard, and we're going to create these services in My Services section. So if you see right here, you have a services section. So if you click onto that, you're going to see all these different services that is part of the demo of this website. So now the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to delete these demo services because we don't really need those. We're going to create our own. So if you just click on this and you go to bulk actions, and then you say move to the trash, apply. As you can see, they're all gone now. So we're going to create a new service. So you click on Add New Service. So very simply in the title, what kind of service do you have? For me, I'm going to put photography. So then here you're going to put a description of what your service is. So I'm going to put here best photographer, just so you see. Okay, so once you got that in there, so you want to scroll down. So now, after you put in your little description, now you're going to want to put a service icon. And this is free. It's all done for you. All you got to do is click here. And what it's going to do is take you to another page. Now these are the different icons that you can use for whatever kind of service you have. So I'm a photographer, so I want to look for some kind of photography. So for my photography, I got two different kinds of cameras here. I think I'm going to choose this camera. I like that. So what you're going to do is you're going to highlight this. It's kind of like a code. And then you're going to copy it. Then you're going to go back to your website here. And you're going to put the code in here. Okay, now that we've added that in there, now notice, I want you to just notice down here that you can also put a link to your service. So that could take them to another page. So say your service is building websites, or like me, photography. So that photography service, I could send them over to my studio. If I had another website with a studio, I could send them there. Or you could send it to an affiliate link or whatever you want to do right down here. I just wanted to show you that. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to create a category for our services so that it makes it easier to, what happens is the website actually organizes these things into categories. So we want to add a new category, and if your service, if you want to call it our services, or you could even make it whatever you want. You could make it your business. You could make it things that you sell, or whatever you want to do. I'm going to just put our services. Okay, so once you type in your services there, then you just select add new category. So then once you did that, then you just click add new category, and it shows up here. Make sure that your category is checked, and then you hit publish. And it's as simple as that to add a category. Okay, so I'm going to add another service to the services section here. So I'm going to add another service, and I'm going to put here photo editing, and then I'm going to put down in here will enlarge or repair photos. Okay, then again you're going to go down here and you're going to get an icon, and I'm going to click on, or I'm going to highlight this image, go back to the services section, paste in the code there, and again if I had a link to it for it to go to, I would click that. Make sure that our services is checked, and then publish. Now we're going to make one more. I want you to make your own and then come back. Okay, just pause this and come back. I'm going to make my own, and I'll be doing it over here, and we'll see you in a second. Okay, welcome back. I just created my last one here, camera repair. We repair most cameras. I put in a camera icon, made sure that our services is checked, and hit publish. Now it says update because I already published it. So now if we go to services and we go to all services, if we click on that, you're going to see the services that you put in there. This was a draft. I'm going to just go ahead and trash that because I only have 3 services actually. And so these are the 3 services that I have. Now make sure that all your services that you have here has the same category. Okay, we want to make sure they're in the same category. Now if for some reason one of your categories didn't go into your services section, that's very easy. All you have to do is go into quick edit and then make sure that you check on services, and that'll correct with whatever's going on there. Okay, so that's how you do that. Very simple. So now we're going to go check out our services area, and we're going to go to our home page. So I want you to go to pages, And I want you to go to front page, your home page, and click on edit. Okay, so now so you can get a feel of how to actually create these. I'm going to go ahead and delete this Our Services section. So all you do is hover over this wrench right here and hit delete. It's going to ask you if you want to, are you sure? You say yes, delete row, and it's gone. So then the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add a row. So you just go up to here and you just click add a row. And you want to change this so it's 1. Change it. So you can change it to whatever. You can break it up into different sections. But we just want 1 right here. Okay, so it's 100% just 1. Then you're going to go over here and you're going to click insert. Okay, now you're going to find where it inserted that, and it's right down here. So in order to get it back up there, all you're going to do is click on this and go all the way back up. Now we're back at the top again. Okay, so now we're going to add a widget. So you click on this to highlight it. You're going to add a widget. You're going to go here over to Sydney Theme Widgets, and you're looking for the Services Type A widget. Services Type A, right there. Okay, so now it's inside of your widget box. So now that we got the services area there, we're going to edit it. So you click on edit. So put a title here where I'm going to put Our Services. So I just wanted to show you that if you had a button that you wanted to put a URL in, you could put it there, and a text for the button if you wanted to. But right here we're going to put in the category that we created before. I created mine with Our Services. So then you click Done, and then you click Update, and it's as simple as that. Now you have the Services section added to your website. So let's go and check it out. Okay, so we're going to go to View Site, and if you scroll down, you're going to see Our Services. So here's my camera repair, photo editing, and photography. So if I had put a link in there, I can click on there and it would go to where wherever I wanted it to go. So that's how you do that. So wasn't that very simple? And there you have it. We got a services section. So now in the next lecture, we're going to go down and we're going to do the opt-in section of it that's right underneath the services section. So stay tuned for the next lecture, and we'll keep on trucking.